I had the ring in my desk drawer for 3 months. She had a moving truck booked for the same weekend I was going to propose. I found out 4 days before. I kept the ring and made one phone call. Her name was Jess. We'd been together 3 years, living together for 1. I had the whole proposal planned, her favorite restaurant, her best friend secretly invited, a speech I'd been rewriting for weeks. What I didn't know was that Jess had been seeing someone in her office for 7 months. What I also didn't know was that she'd already signed a lease on a new apartment across town. Moving date. The same Saturday I had reserved the restaurant. I found out because her sister called me, not to warn me. She thought I already knew and wanted to know if I needed help with the move. I hung up the phone and sat completely still for about 10 minutes. Then I got to work. I called the restaurant and canceled the reservation, but I kept the private dining room booking under a different name. Then I called her best friends, who were secretly invited to the proposal, and told them the truth. Every single one of them. Then I called the moving company she'd booked and introduced myself as her partner, handling the logistics. I rescheduled the truck to a date 2 weeks later. She didn't find out until moving day when it never showed up. On the Saturday, she thought she was leaving. I cooked dinner at home. When she came downstairs, dressed to go out, I put a plate on the table and said, "I canceled the restaurant. Thought we could stay in tonight." She looked confused, panicked. She excused herself and went to make a phone call. I could hear her from the kitchen asking where the truck was. I ate my dinner quietly. When she came back in, I looked up and said, "By the way, I spoke to your sister last week, and your friends, and the moving company. Take your time finishing your food." She left that night with 2 suitcases. The moving truck showed up 2 weeks later to an empty apartment. I'd already found a new place and taken everything that was mine. I returned the ring the following Monday, used the refund to book a solo trip to Japan. Best 2 weeks of my life. She reached out 6 months later, saying she'd made a mistake. I was somewhere over the Pacific when I read it. I didn't reply until I landed. Then I just sent one word. Noted. Some people mistake your kindness for blindness. Make sure the last thing they see is how wrong they were. Subscribe to Scoring Silently for a new story every week. The quiet kind that hits hardest.